Very good morning. This is Radhakrishnan, working as an assistant professor in the Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering, Hindustan College of Engineering Technology, Coimbatore. In today's class, we are going to discuss some of the basic concepts in control system. We are going to discuss about open and closed loop system, mechanical translation system, and mechanical rotational system. What is meant by control system? Any system whose output can be controlled by the input is called control system. You can able to see the block diagram for the control system. Open loop system. A system whose output variation is not automatically controlled is called open loop system. In the system there will be no feedback, so the output variation is not controlled automatically. Coming to the closed loop system, there will be a proper feedback in the system to monitor the output variations, so that the output variation is automatically corrected in the system. So this system is called as automatic control system. So there is a block diagram explaining the closed loop system concept. So it is showing the relation between the teacher and the student. The teacher will deliver the lecture to the student, and the level of knowledge reached to the student can be analyzed using the examinations, and based on the examination results, if any corrective action is necessary, the teacher can able to know, and he or she can take the corrective action for the students. Mechanical translation system. This system consists of three components, three basic elements: mass, spring, and dashport. So these are some of the symbols used in mechanical translation system. X denotes displacement in meters, V denotes velocity in meter per second, A denotes acceleration in meter per second square, F is the applied force in Newton, Fm is the opposing force offered by the mass in Newton, Fk is the opposing force offered by the spring in Newton, Fb is the opposing force offered by the dashport in Newton, M denotes mass in kilogram, K is the stiffness of spring in Newton per meter, and B is the viscous friction coefficient in Newton second per meter. Force balance equations of idealized elements. So first one is mass element. So in mass element, the acceleration concept comes into action. That is, force exhibited by the mass will be proportional to the acceleration. Here the x is the displacement, so double time differentiation of displacement is your acceleration. So here Fm is proportional to d square x by dt square, and the proportional can be removed by adding the proportionality constant. So the final equation for the mass is Fm is equal to m into d square x by dt square. In the case of dashport and spring, there will be two cases. So case 1 will be fixed to one end, and case 2 will be movable at both the ends. For both these cases, there will be slight variations in the force equation. We will discuss it. So first, for the dashport, in case 1, it is fixed to one end. The velocity concept comes into play. That is, Fb, force exhibited by the dashport, will be proportional to the velocity, that is differentiation of the displacement dx by dt, and the proportional can be removed by adding the constant capital B. So the final equation for the force exhibited by the dashport is equal to B into dx by dt. So this is the equation with respect to dashport fixed to one end. So in this case, that is case 2, the dashport is movable at both the ends. There will be a slight difference when compared to fixed to one end. Just replace x by x1 minus x2. Here two displacements will be there, x1 and x2. So the final equation of the dashport will be Fb is equal to B into d by dt x1 minus x2. Next, ideal spring with fixed to one end. So here the force will be proportional to the displacement. So Fk denotes the force exhibited by the spring will be proportional to the displacement x. So the proportional can be removed by adding the constant. So Fk is equal to k into x. So this is the equation with respect to fixed to one end. And coming to the case 2, it will be movable at both the ends. So the equation of the spring will be Fk is equal to k into x1 minus x2. So electrical analogous of mechanical translational system. First we will see about force voltage analogy. So it consists of a table of 2 columns. In the first column the mechanical elements are represented, and in the second column the equivalent electrical elements are represented. So the first element is the dashpot, capital B, and the equivalent representation of dashpot in electrical term is resistance. And coming to the second element is mass. The equivalent element, electrical element of mass is inductance. And coming to the spring, the equivalent element is the capacitor. Here the force is replaced by the voltage in electrical system. So the voltage across the resistance will be I into R. The voltage across inductance will be L into di by dt. The voltage across the capacitance will be 1 by C integration of I dt. Next, force current analogy. So this table also having 2 columns. So left hand side is the mechanical components and the right hand side is the electrical components. So the equivalent electrical component of dashpot is again the resistance. The equivalent electrical component of mass is capacitance here. In force voltage analogy, for mass, inductance will be there, and in force current analogy, for the mass, the equivalent electrical representation is capacitance, and for the spring, the equivalent electrical representation is inductance. Here the force is represented in terms of current. So the current through the resistance is given by V by R, and current through the capacitance is given by C into dV by dt, and current through the inductance is given by 1 by L integration of V dt. So that's all about the mechanical translational system. Now we will move on to the mechanical rotational system. So the list of symbols used in mechanical rotational systems are as follows. So here theta, instead of x we will be using theta here. So theta is the angular displacement, d theta by dt is the angular velocity, and d square theta by dt square is angular acceleration. Here force is replaced by torque. So torque, T capital T denotes applied torque. J, mass is replaced by moment of inertia. So J is the moment of inertia over here instead of mass. B is the rotational frictional coefficient, that is the dashpot representation, and K is the stiffness of spring. K denotes the spring. Torque balance equations of idealized elements, ideal mass elements. So it will be similar to that of the mechanical translation system. Just we are going to replace the force by torque, the displacement x by theta, and capital M by capital J. So my final equation will be, here also the acceleration concept comes into play, d square theta by dt square. So to remove the proportional we will add the constant capital J. So my final equation is Tj is equal to J into d square theta by dt square. For mass element only one case will be there. And similar to that of mechanical translation system, here also for the dashpot and for the spring there will be 2 cases, case 1 and case 2. Case 1 will be fixed to one end and case 2 will be movable at both the ends. For the dashpot, in case 1 fixed to one end. So here the velocity concept comes into play. So the torque is proportional to d theta by dt. The proportional can be removed by adding the constant capital B. So the final equation for the dashpot fixed at one end is Tb is equal to B into d theta by dt. In case 2, it will be movable at both the ends. So just replace theta by theta 1 minus theta 2. So my final equation for case 2 in dashpot is Tb is equal to V into d by dt theta 1 minus theta 2. Next, coming to the spring, in case 1 fixed to one end. So here it will be directly in mechanical translation system. For the spring, it will be directly proportional to the displacement. Here it will be directly proportional to theta. So Tk will be proportional to theta. The proportional can be removed by adding the constant capital K. So the final equation Tk is equal to K into theta for case 1. And in case 2, which is movable at both the ends, just replace theta by theta 1 minus theta 2. So the final equation is Tk is equal to K into theta 1 minus theta 2. Electrical analogous of mechanical rotational system. Here torque voltage analogy and torque current analogy. In mechanical translational, we have seen force voltage and force current analogy. Here we are going to replace the force by torque. So torque voltage analogy and torque current analogy. So it also have a table consists of 2 columns. So the left hand side is having mechanical components and the right hand side is having the equivalent electrical representation. So the dashpot capital B, the equivalent representation is resistance. The moment of inertia, the equivalent electrical term is inductance. For the spring, the equivalent electrical term is capacitance. So the torque is represented in terms of voltage. So the voltage across the resistance is I into R. The voltage across the inductance is L into di by dt. And the voltage across the capacitance is 1 by C integration of I dt. Torque current analogy. So a table of 2 columns. Left hand side is mechanical component and right hand side it's equivalent electrical terms. So for the dashpot, the equivalent electrical term is the resistance. For the spring, the equivalent electrical term is inductance. For the moment of inertia, the equivalent electrical term is capacitance. Here we are going to represent the torque in terms of current. So the current flowing through the resistance is V by R. The current flowing through the inductance is 1 by L integration of V dt. The current flowing through the capacitance is C into dV by dt.